All right, what's good? Lomachenko ducking the smoke. Lomachenko turned Black Fight Fan TV into an atheist. Man, ain't nothing harder than being when you're a little kid and learning Santa Claus ain't real. Lomachenko acts like Lomachenko, Lomachenk. No smoke Lomachenko has ducked Devin Haney with the assistance, a high-powered duck, powerful duck, the powerful duck. What's going on, Chef Boyardee, Lynn Madden, Eugene Williams, Cedric Fuller? The coldest piece out, B&B Boxing was good. Hunter Rusky, what's going on? Mike Williams, Mir, what's going on? Reggie Cheese, the L Fighter is shameful. Shameful, sick. Oh my goodness. Just slide on out the room like that, dog. Slide on out the room, man. Hit that like button on the way in, man. We talking a whole bunch of Lomachenko shit today. Because dude was going to be the undisputed, man. He was going to go for undisputed. Just took undisputed right off the table, homie. Just took undisputed right off the table. Cannot, and I was hating it because I thought Black Fight Fan TV. See, Black Fight Fan has honor. Okay, he does have honor about himself because he ain't gonna argue that boy can be undisputed now. There is no undisputed unless he fights Devin Haney, man. Sheldon Holmes, what's going on, man? No undisputed. This is some shameful shit. String and you know that. Hell yeah, right out the room. Just whoop, slid on out, dog, like he had wheels. It's a shame though, man. It's a shame. But you know, they don't want to get him beat. They don't want to get him beat. That's what it is, man. They don't want to get him beat. What's going on, DB? They're making all kind of excuses not to get that guy beat. He's the best 135-pounder in the world, but he's too small for the weight class. I've never heard anybody say some shit like that. Loma's allergic to smoke. Nicorette, hey, dog, you need to get him a patch, something, because he didn't want that smoke. He's going to lose that fight, too. I wanted to see the fight because I wanted to see him lose again. I've seen him lose before. I just wanted to revisit that in a worse way. He wasn't going to beat Devin Haney, and they know it. He wasn't going to beat Devin Haney, and they know it. They're hoping to get their hands on Tank because Tank is a different style of fighter. Lomachenko might be able to stand in the pocket with Tank and touch Tank and do all that. You know what I mean? But Devin Haney being on the outside with the legs that he has, that was going to be very, very difficult for old man Loma, to deal with, man. Dre's finest salute for 9 and mighty LDBC family. Absolutely, man. Salute to the LDBC family. The ones out here telling the truth out in these streets. And I was proud of Black Fight Fan. Proud of them, dog. Proud of them. It's hard, dog. It's hard. You know the saying that it is, what's the saying? That it is easier to fool someone than to tell them that they've been fooled. It's easier to fool somebody than convince them that they have been fooled. Because when you fool them, you telling them something's not true, they don't figure it out. But to convince somebody that somebody has been fooled, they got to go around. They have to actually realize that they have been wrong and admit. Proud of Fred and barbershop conversations for what? What Fred and barber conversations? What do barbershop conversations do? To make you proud. Not that there's not a reason to be proud, but I don't know what you're talking about. Devin is man. Don't get out of here, Justin Marsh. He ain't beat nobody yet, dog. The dude ain't won a championship. Now the other side, Devin Haney ain't won no championship. The WBC just stole that man's thunder. He was going to be able to whoop Lomachenko for the championship. Lomachenko just ducks out and they hand him his belt, dog. Nah, man, can't go so far as to say Floyd Mayweather Jr. actually had to win his championship. See, with the WBC, there's two sides to this story. There's two sides to this. One, Lomachenko looks like a hoe. Okay? Loma hoe. Yeah. He looks like a hoe. Okay? I don't want to call him what Lomo and hoe comes together because I don't want to say that. Because I don't think he looks like that. He don't look like Tank. He don't look like Tank. Talk about kissing the tip ain't gay. What? Man, what the fuck is your boy Tank talking about, dog? The music Tank. The musician Tank. What the fuck is that dude talking about, man? Dog, you young boys, I swear, you young boys got some other shit going on, dog. Dog, God, dog. Y'all young boys got some... Some of y'all young boys got some crazy ass logic. Woo-wee. You can kiss the tip and not be what? Oh, it's all right. That ain't gay. That ain't right. Dog. What? Dog, that's the definition of it. Boy, people convince themselves of anything, won't they? Anyway. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. I just said kiss the tip because I don't want to get flagged for saying what he said. You know what I'm talking about. Nah, dog. How old's Tank? Tank in your generation. Tank ain't in my generation. How old is Tank the singer? Tank the singer, that's your boy. That's y'all, dog. That's y'all, dog. Nah, dog. That's you guys. And he got a man, yeah, dog. Oh my God, man. How old is this dude? Oh, Jesus, he's 43. Y'all young boys did that shit to him, though. Y'all let it see, because the way y'all young boys is acting, they feel like they can say anything now. Hell no, he waited till he's 43-year-olds to say some stupid shit like that. He waited till he's 43 to say some shit like that. Damn shame, dog. That's on y'all. For giving that boy the courage to say that stupid shit. He's trying to get y'all to buy his records. That's what it is. He got a whole new group of fans about to go buy his records. A bunch of 22-year-olds. Talk about, I knew I wasn't the whole time. I knew I wasn't. Yeah, you are, dog. Yeah, you are. Woo-wee, dog. I can't say it on here, man. He said, stay ready, boss. Nah, don't blame it on us, him and Yuko. And to say, hey, dog, they only got free with y'all. Okay? They wouldn't have done that shit with the Wu-Tang on the block. All right? They'd have kept their motherfucking mouths shut. They would have kept their mouths shut. But anyway, anyway, back on Lomachenko, dog. Back on Lomachenko, homie. Oh, my God, man. Back on Lomachenko, home. What's going on, Ronald Jones? Oh, my God, man. Wu-Tang wouldn't have put up with that shit, dog. Wu-Tang wouldn't have put up with that shit in the 90s. But Pharrell will put up with it. Ooh, Lil Wayne will put up with it. You know y'all put up with it. Anyway. Ooh, said don't put that alphabet stuff on me. Hey, man, much love in the super chat. Brothers UK, man. Much love, man. Oh, man, I needed to laugh today, man. I was in such a bad mood yesterday, man. I needed to laugh. But back on Lomachenko, dude. Now, to all you channels out here, let me talk to you channels out here about ready to get ready to protect Lomachenko. Lomachenko cannot be the undisputed champion, dude, in his next fight. That just got thrown into the toilet. So when ESPN gets ready to tell that lie, let's call out ESPN's lie ahead of time. Lomachenko cannot be the undisputed champion if he beats the winner of Comey versus Teofimo Lopez. Cannot be it. You want to know why? Because if Comey beats, say Comey, Lomachenko fight, right? Comey has the IBF. Lomachenko has the WBO, the WBA, and the WBC franchise. Do you know what belts that Comey will walk out the ring with after he wins this undisputed championship? He will walk out with the IBF, the WBA, the WBO, and that's it. He cannot win the WBC. He cannot win the WBC franchise championship. Consequently, if both guys cannot win, if the winner cannot be undisputed, it's not a fight for undisputed. It's not. Lomachenko could not be undisputed without fighting Devin Haney. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. What's good, but that won't get in their way, because what they'll say is, Lomachenko would have won anyway. So since Lomachenko would have won, we'll just say that he's the undisputed champion. He's the real WBC champion. No, he ain't. He gave up his belt. He got stripped, gave it up, vacated, whatever you want to say. He ain't there no more. He cannot be an undisputed champion. And as a consequence, is a biatch, pretty much, or the WBC made a biatch out of him. Hope it will make him. It'll make him to fight Devin. He ain't fighting Devin, dude. He was already talking about going down. He was already talking about going back down in weight. He's already talking about going back down in weight. He'll fight anybody from. They want Lomachenko to go back down to 130 pounds. Or go back. That's what they wanted him to do. Go back down to 130 pounds because people are too big, and it's only a mega. Say hell yeah, he's a biatch. He's made one. He's made one. Maybe hanging out with the Singer Tank. I gotta separate Tank. This. Oh my god, man! I can't see. It's a boxing channel. I gotta say the Singer Tank. Maybe Loma and the WBC and the Singer Tank all got together and instructed him that, that's not really being a bitch if you don't fight the guy. You know what I'm saying? That's really not. You're not really ducking if you don't take the fight. And we just elevate you to a belt that nobody else can win. Ridiculous. Oh, God, come on, man. Those guys they're not going at it. They're going to have headgear on for 4 rounds. Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones ain't going at it. That's some shit I ain't even paying attention to, dude. For what? They both older than me. They're both older than me. That's like me going back to the high school and settling a beef with somebody, me getting on the track against this guy. I beat my boy beat me in the long jump. I beat him in the triple jump. We're going to go back to our high school track and start and get to jumping. Doug, no, it don't matter. It don't matter. Gregory White in the building. He says the Duck Dynasty has expanded pound LDBC. You know it has, dog. And Dan Rayfield. Dan Rayfield proved me wrong. So I'm saying this out in public. Dan Rayfield this week, the writer from ESPN, has proven me wrong twice. So as much ish as I talk about Dan Rayfield, and really when I talk bad about you, about the media guys, it's because I want you to do what I consider to be right, okay? Granted, it's my opinion, but I want you to do right, man. Okay? You guys got big platforms. You got a chance to make boxing better, okay? And you guys spoon feed people a lot of bullshit. But Dan Rayfield actually called out this WBC franchise champion farce, and he made a video about Big Booty Hole De La Hoya about I'm gonna just call him Booty Hole. That's his new nickname, dog. Just Booty Hole. Oscar De La Hoya. For real, man. When you think of Oscar De La Hoya, dog, that's just the expression that you should have on your face. It's like somebody said booty hole. That's that dude. Oscar De La Hoya. But he came out and said something about Oscar De La Hoya. Terrible, dog. Terrible. Terrible. But he said something about him having in graphic detail too, what that girl accused him of. He said he denied it, but still, good job, man. Oscar De La Hoya, though. God, dog. Oscar, you're nasty. You're so nasty, man. Please go away so nothing else. I don't have to read any more descriptions of your personal life. That's disgusting. Remember Joe Smith Jr. showed Hopkins' age by hitting him out of the ring. Really hope they not taking it serious. Yeah, well, two old men got a harder chance of hurting each other because they both old men. Oh, my God, man. This thing is lagging behind, dog, because I saw somebody said, spin, spoon, spin, spin. Yeah, whatever it was, something like that. Oscar is the king of mess. Yeah, nasty. Dude's just nasty, man. What's going on, pugilism and politics? What's going on, my man? Now for non Oscar, new nickname is Bussy. You mean Bussy or Budussy? Budussy. We used to call it Budussy. You're nasty, De La Hoya. You're nasty, man. Canelo needs to leave. Oscar looks bad on him too. I mean, you got to wonder about that, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to wonder about that, man. You are, the cats, you typically have things in common with people that you hang out with, But I think he wants out of there, man. I think he acts like he does. Savage Henry says that's a hell of a drug. It is, dude. It is. I wouldn't know because I ain't never done it. But if judging by the way Oscar De La Hoya acts, it's a hell of a drug. Personally, I've never indulged. Never, do not know what it is. Will never know what it is. However, other people who have partaken have told me it's a hell of a drug. Randy, Raider Time, much love in that super chat, man. Appreciate you. Oh, Bussy, short for boy. It's all nasty, dog. It's all nasty, man. It's all nasty. Carson, I'm afraid of it. Yeah, hey, I'm not messing with that shit. Some people act like that. Hell no. None of that stuff. None of that. I've been watching Breaking Bad, and the way they be acting when they're on the stuff that you put in your that you do through a needle, the way that they be acting, I'm like, oh hell no, dude. Oh no. You're not supposed to feel that. Life ain't supposed to feel that good, okay? That's supposed to be heaven, okay? That shit'll fuck up your concentration. Yeah, it'll fuck up your concentration. Hey, I got shit to do, man. I got shit to do. You say, hey, remember that when what's that little dude's name, man? The little comedian said that. He was like, oh no, I got shit to do, man. I got shit to do. He said he touched some loud, and he was like, oh no, I need some quiet. I got some shit to do, man. I got shit to do today. He said, hey, Fernand Hopkins' joint is going to be the fight of hitting below the belts. Yeah, man, just come on, man. Just go ahead. But they trying to get all this exhibition money. If they run around, Cat Williams, thanks, man. If they run around giving these people all this exhibition money, hey, might as well get you some. But I'm not giving that dude none of my money. I don't want to see none of one of those guys. They ain't gonna try to hurt each other. They're just gonna come out there and play fucking patty cake or some shit. They ain't about to do it like that. They figured, hey man, let's try to get some money, man. They got all these other guys doing this. They need to get something together with Mike Tyson and they need to get Mike Tyson Holyfield 3 on if they're gonna do that. Somebody tell me what Oscar did. Oscar De La Hoya is accused of trying to put his arm through the baby maker, holding a woman down and trying to put his arm through the baby maker. Okay? Forcibly, without her permission. Not trying to, doing it. He's just a disgusting individual, man. Disgusting individual with mommy issues. I was thinking about that for what's going on. Oh, Raider Time says salute in the chat. Yeah, I said that. He saw a disgusting individual with mommy issues, man. Nonito or Monster. I'll probably go with Inoue. I'll go with Inoue because Nonito Donaire is old. So I'll go with Inoue. But I wouldn't be surprised if Nonito got him. He's much more experienced. Yeah, that's nasty, dog. Yeah, Nonito Donaire's past it. Absolutely, he's past it. The dude lost to Rigondeaux, busted him up years ago. Nicholas Walters beat him years ago. Yeah, pretty much. There you go, Dirk 504. That's what it was about. It's about pure and utter nastiness, dog. Pure and utter nastiness. Donald, the 64-year-old G Grant says, salute Loma Duckhole. I supported those fighters outside the PBC. They're ducking these real monsters and Al Heyman. Yeah, dude. No doubt about it. And I'm just really happy that maybe somebody can stop talking about Rigondeaux, because at least Rigondeaux had the courage to face his fears. Dude, Lomachenko's record is, dude, add this and go back and look at the people that he fought. There is nobody that had near the chance to beat him that Devin Haney has. And he snuck out the hardest match that he would have had on paper. The hardest match he would have had on paper, he now is ducked out of. Much love, Ness. Ivan Garcia said, put his hands on and a woman, nasty. Said, dude, dog, what is that? Some old reverse. That why? You trying to ruin this shit for everybody else? Somebody else wants to, come on, man. Duke says, for now, I wonder if WBC would word it so eloquently if a black fighter ducks smoke and elevate him to the franchise champion. Oh, let me tell you what it is, man. Brothers UK said, Fanon, you better leave that Tyson Holyfield alone. Mike looking to get the other ear. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but look, man, dude. See, this is what I'm looking at what happened from the WBC. I don't think it has anything to do with the fighter being black. I think it has everything to do, or not black. I think it has everything to do with those fighters not wanting to stay with the WBC. Because Canelo Alvarez had already dropped the WBC belt. He dropped the WBC belt after he got it when he beat Miguel Cotto, right? He dropped it then. And then he came back, and I think for the first Gennady Golovkin fight, the WBC wasn't even on the line because Canelo had beef with the WBC and was like, I don't even want to. It's like he didn't even care about the WBC belt. Then after he popped dirty and the WBC supported him, after that fight, that's when they gave them the franchise champion, which basically means Canelo can go do whatever Canelo wants to do, but he doesn't have to fight but the WBC is not going to tell him to fight anybody. But he's still the WBC champion, right? Still has a WBC belt. So I think with Canelo, with that franchise, it had more to do with them keeping that fighter within the WBC list of champions. Same thing for Lomachenko, because Lomachenko was going to drop that belt. Lomachenko already said, Bob Arum already said that he didn't want to fight. What's his name? Lomachenko, that Haney wasn't ready for Lomachenko. So what do? They, instead of having to be put in a situation where they have to tell Lomachenko to give up the belt and he's not a champion, then they basically just allow him not to have a mandatory and give the championship to the mandatory. That's what it looks like it is about to me, because they've not done it to any champion that's been a long reigning champion. They've done it twice in both instances so far. It's been about a guy that was going to drop their belt anyway. Because Bob Arum was gonna have Lomachenko drop that WBC before he fought Devin Haney. Straight up, no doubt about it. I said it's all BS if you ask me. Yeah, it is BS. Of course it's BS. Absolutely it is. But what can you do, man? What do you do? There's a bunch of people that call Lomachenko the pound for pound fighter, the best fighter in the world, and he's the best fighter since that's ever been on the planet Earth, and all that shit you give people. And when you give people accolades like that, all of a sudden sanctioning bodies think they need the guy and they'll bend over backwards for him. That's what that is. They're bending over backwards for the guy that people are calling this #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. He's done this faster than anybody. That he lost. Fuck. Nobody else has lost a championship fight as fast as his ass did either. But don't nobody want to say shit about that. Let me see. What fighter has lost a championship fight the fastest? Who turned pro and lost a championship fight faster than anybody else in the history of boxing? Answer: Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko. He lost the championship faster than anybody else in the history of boxing. In his second fight, he failed to win a championship. Yeah, it was his second fight. Somebody else would have to have done it in their first fight. Watson Zulu Khan said, I hope Wilder doesn't accept the franchise title. He's not, because he doesn't have to worry about it. They're not going to offer it to him. Because he doesn't have multiple belts, and he can't just tell the WBC to go fuck themselves. Can't do it. Now, if it was, what you need to be worried about is if somebody like Anthony Joshua got his hands on a WBC belt. So instead of him doing a Riddick Bowe, because didn't Riddick Bowe also take the WBC belt and drop that shit right in the basket? He did. Fanon, that's why you the GOAT. I never thought about it like that. Loma holds the record. He does. The fastest L in a championship fight in the history of boxing belongs to Vasily Lomachenko. You got to take the good with the bad. Got to take the bad with the good, homie. Got to take the bad with the good. But they don't care what this dude. They gave this guy Fighter of the Year, and he didn't even fight anybody in his own weight class. He fought in 1 year. He fought 3 people. At 130, he fought a 122 pounder, a 126 pounder, and a 126 journeyman. Jason fucking Sosa. The year that Vasily Lomachenko got Fighter of the Year, which was 2017, I believe, the only person he fought in his weight class was Jason Sosa. Everybody else was smaller. Miguel Mariaga had never fought at 130 before. He had just come up off of a loss fighting for the 126-pound championship. But Lomachenko got Fighter of the Year for that. Come on, man. Shit is just ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. Coming off of a loss. But because it was, remember, that's when Bob Arum used to be paying them cats to take dives in the 5th round. Didn't put nobody on their ass the whole year. Dog. I think Lomachenko's got more knockdowns at lightweight than he did at 130. At least at lightweight, he looking like he can knock people down. In 130, they was just paying people to quit. Get the fuck out of here, man, with all this bullshit. Anyway, if franchise is a designation, then why did they upgrade interim to regular? They didn't. They're still an interim champ. The franchise title is a designation because you can't win it. You cannot win the franchise championship. You can't win it. You have to be designated that. That's why it's a designation. And watch this, if somebody beats Lomachenko, say he loses to Richard Comey. Richard Comey does not become the WBC franchise champion. He becomes the WBC interim champion. And he becomes the mandatory for the WBC champion. It's not a title. It's not something you can win, or it's not something you can win. How can you be a champion if you can't win your championship? You can't win it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot win it. You can't. And unless you actually lose, you can never lose it. It's not a championship. You can't win it. Which is why Lomachenko now cannot fight for undisputed. But don't think that's going to stop people from making the argument that he's the undisputed champion. Even though the guy, if he loses, the other guy can't become it. It's ridiculous. He dropped his belt. You can call it, practically speaking, he got stripped. Practically speaking, he got stripped. It got intentionally vacated. He was forced to vacate it and was given a designation in his place. But he didn't win the championship that he has. He didn't win it. And nobody else can win it. That's why I'm saying it's a designation. If you can't win it, it has to be given to you. You know what I mean? They will still call him undisputed on ESPN. Shit, they gonna call, what's going on, blood? They're gonna call him that shit now anyway. They are. I'm surprised the way ESPN is going, they just need to call him undisputed now. Shit, all the fantasy shit that ESPN's throwing around, they might as well call him the welterweight undisputed champion. For all the just flat out stories they're telling. They said he's undefeated. Shit, so what's the difference? Since you can take a loss away, why can't just hand him another couple championships? You know what I mean? Give him some wins. Just say, hey, since they say he didn't lose to Orlando Salido, then shit, just say he beat Errol Spence. And he is now the WBC IBF unified welterweight champion. You might as well be making all that other shit up, making up lineal titles, telling people, oh, Tyson Fury is sitting atop the heavyweight division. He ain't sitting up top of no fucking division. He ain't beat nobody. He ain't beat anybody of any significance since 2015. But he's sitting atop the heavyweight division. Man, these guys are disgusting. They're disgusting, man. Ugas versus Spence would be a good one, but we're not going to get that because you're more than likely going to get Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence. Danny Garcia is now the mandatory for Errol Spence. Unless, anyway, it is what it is. Lomachenko, Deion Washington. What's going on, Deion? Said Lomachenko and Errol both just won the WBC belts. One gets franchised and one has been ordered to fight their mandatory. You can't see it's about color, then you can't motherfucking see. You just can't motherfucking see. Let Errol say that he don't want to fight that mandatory. And if they strip him, then I'll believe that it's about that. Okay? See, if Errol Spence said, no, I am not fighting Danny Garcia. I am fighting Terrence Crawford next. I don't give a fuck what you say, WBA, WBC. What's going on, Chris Brown? I'm dropping this belt. If the WBC stripped him, then you know what it's. Then you have a really good argument for what it's about. The complexion for the protection. As of right now, I think that the things that allowed those people to be put in the position where the WBC would do that, I think that's true. But the WBC's decision in and of itself, let's see if they strip somebody. The minute they strip somebody for not defending the mandatory, boom, argument is made, and you can't get out of it. I don't like to make arguments until there's no way out of it. That's just for me. If I can find something, that says there might be another explanation, then I'm a little hesitant to just come out and say it, right? Like Tyson Fury being the lineal champion, that's bullshit. But I had to wait until I did enough research and saw clearly enough that that's bullshit. He's not a lineal champion. That's smoke. With this, I don't know. Can anybody tell me of a WBC stripping somebody for not fighting their mandatory? Because, yeah, can anybody tell me of the WBC stripping somebody for not fighting their mandatory? Canelo, they didn't strip Canelo for not fighting his mandatory. They'll know. They made him a franchise champion for not fighting his mandatory. They made him a franchise. I'm talking about, do you know of anybody that the WBC has stripped for not fighting their mandatory? If you can name one for me, then I'll be like, okay, then I can run with the argument. They stripped Tyson for not fighting Lewis. Okay. Was that Mauricio Sulaiman or the other Sulaiman? But that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. What's going on, Rashad Muhammad? When was that? Like 15, 16 years ago? But okay, that's fair. That's one. Is there a recent one? Save me the research, because I'll run down the street with the argument if somebody can show it. It is the same. It's the same. I mean, I guess so. Wasn't Andre Ward stripped of his WBC? I don't know. Was he? I don't ever remember Andre Ward being stripped of a championship. But I could be wrong. I wasn't paying attention to it that close. How's Usyk ranked in the WBC now? Somebody paid the WBC some money to rank his ass. That's why. Same way most of these dudes get ranked. Eddie Hearn put up some money. Eddie Hearn put some money up. That's how. Gregory Cobbs, what's good, man? Hey, Fanon. Blue Blood states that Errol versus Danny is canceled. Manny is the man for February 28th. I don't know how you can cancel a fight that's not made yet. They just made him the mandatory. I don't know. Okay, that's cool. Fanon, is Garcia even Spence's mandatory? Yeah, that's what they announced yesterday. They just announced yesterday that Danny Garcia was Errol Spence Jr.'s mandatory. Just announced it yesterday. But that doesn't mean that the fight is going to happen next. But let me see. Let me do a quick search. Manny Pacquiao back. Big fight weekend. Manny Pacquiao back in the ring on Sunday. Okay, this came out yesterday, and as of yesterday, unless Blue Blood got something today, regardless of who they pick, we're going to be ready. I hope they pick Errol Spence or somebody good. He'll be back, I believe, in February. They're talking about it, but I'm not sure how close we are getting at it. Danny Garcia looks like a good fight. That is Freddie Roach saying that Danny Garcia looks like a good fight. But we'll have to, I don't know, man. It's not, from what I can just see out there, it looks like his team mentioned Danny Garcia. So Fanon, I thought you was a champion, had up to 2 years to fight your mandatory. Nah, at WBC is supposed to fight a mandatory every year. Not up to 2. It's supposed to be every year. So that could be one mandatory in a 2-year span, right? You have mandatory 1, a year passes by, you have your mandatory, then another year passes by, and you got a mandatory. So it definitely could be. Lomachenko, yeah, he already lost his belt. Devin Haney has it. Yeah, Lomachenko, he has it. So yeah, you're supposed to do it every year, but you see how once you have one, once in between your first and your third, there can be one in a span of 2 years. But if I recall correctly, it's supposed to be once every 2 years. It's supposed to be once a year. They'll designate a mandatory. But then they make exceptions for big fights and all kind of stuff that they do for that. But yeah, as far as that, I mean, I don't know. Blue Blood might have some inside information from Manny Pacquiao's camp or from the PBC. I couldn't speak on that. But as far as like any news that I see, it says that Freddie Roach says Danny Garcia would be a good opponent. What's good, Fanon? Great show. Thank you, Kevin Childs. Mir, I remember Cotto didn't want to pay greedy ass WBC $1 million for a sanctioning fee. Hey, man, it happens. But look, man, all I'm saying is, look, it is what it is. It's BS. Lomachenko ducked out. And if somebody made an argument that it had something to do with race, I'm not going to argue against it at all, because I definitely believe that the fact that Lomachenko is treated the way Lomachenko is treated is very much related to that. Same way I feel about Canelo Alvarez looking like he Irish. I mean, I'm not blind to those type of things, and I'll point them out when I'm 100% sure that's the case. Like Lomachenko, like Lomachenko being marketed over Terrence Crawford, because that's the only logical explanation there is for that. There is no other logical explanation for why Bob Arum, knowing that Terrence Crawford is the better fighter between the two, why Bob Arum would put all his resources behind Vasily Lomachenko and not behind Terrence Crawford. But, you know, for me to say that it's undoubtedly the case as to why the WBC named Lomachenko the franchise champion, it just seems logical to me that because what does he have in common with the other guy? That's what he has in common. The two times they've done it, what are the circumstances around it? And what similarities there are? The complexion is a similarity, without a doubt. But another similarity is that they won the belt. They just won the belt. And they were going to refuse to fight the mandatory that was associated with it. So the WBC removed for two guys that weren't going to fight their mandatory. The WBC gave them a mechanism which allowed them not to fight their mandatory and rewarded their mandatory with a belt, but really ripped off the mandatory from having the ability to fight the champion and then get all of the accolades that come along with it. Jermall Charlo would have much rather had beaten Canelo Alvarez for that belt than have it handed to him in a fight against Brandon Adams. I'm sure that Devin Haney would rather beat Lomachenko than have it handed to him before his next fight. You know, to be sitting on your living room couch and have somebody call you and say, hey, guess what? You're the WBC champion. That's not the same thing as being able to stand in the middle of the stage, scream to the world that you just beat the face of boxing, or you just knocked out the pound for pound best fighter in the world. The WBC stole that opportunity from Devin Haney, stole that opportunity from Jermall Charlo, and covered up and excused, sprayed perfume on the turd called ducking that these dudes just laid. .com show said, what upsets me is the young kids was robbed of becoming a superstar. This is becoming the beginning of a new Black Murderers Row. It is. Both of those guys were robbed of the opportunity to do something substantial in their career, to appease two duck artists, to appease duck artists, and make it look like they didn't duck. It's a duck cover-up. It is a duck cover-up, without a doubt, a duck cover-up. Tony S., you are absolutely right. If this was Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder was getting out of fighting Dillian, was getting out of fighting Alexander Usyk, because now he's the franchise champion, he can fight whoever he wants to. Think about that with Deontay Wilder, what that would allow Deontay Wilder to do. Think about it. If Deontay Wilder was named the franchise heavyweight champion, that means he would not have any mandatories. He could fight whoever he wanted for as long as he wanted. He could have Chaz Witherspoon. He could have Chaz Witherspoon, Francisco Pineda. He could back to back do Francisco Pineda, Tom Schwartz, Otto Wallin, and Chaz Witherspoon. 2 years of those fights. And provided we, as Deontay Wilder fans, were willing to pay to see it, he would continue to get paid. He would never have to fight anybody. And the WBC says, okay, we're good with that. That's what they just did at a lower weight class. But will they do that for Deontay Wilder? But here's the thing. They ain't even got it. Deontay Wilder doesn't have to accept that. They could just do it. It isn't for Deontay Wilder to accept. They could call him on the phone, say, you the franchise champion. You the franchise champion. Dillian White is the new WBC champion. Put you in some mothballs. Dre's Finest, this is the BS that chased me away from boxing the last time. Hey, man, I will tell you this, dude. Boxing is kind of like the sausage factory. You know, just eat the sausage. You don't want to know what goes into it, right? Ain't that the saying? Grand combatant say, yo, Lomachenko can't duck that boy. Loma can't duck that boy. Loma will kill him. Dog, get in the ring and do it. Would kill him, woulda, coulda, shoulda, maybe, might, who knows? You got to have fights, dog. Unless this is something you're trying to create a new rule. Now I see what you're doing. You're doing it. You must work for ESPN. You're doing an ESPN gets to determine who won fights and who lost fights, who the champion is, who the champion isn't, right? So you can tell me that Lomachenko will kill Haney, and that just means the fight ain't got to happen. Hey, it's over with. Lomachenko won the fight. They never fought. So what? I say he win. And I am a boxing scholar. So since I'm a boxing scholar, there's no need for the fight, right? Gregory Wise said, for now, the franchise belt is an equivalent of tenure in academia. It is. Unless you retire, you got it. Unless you retire or some real gross act. How they got that young Harvard economist did his ass wrong. I wonder what he was writing about to get done like that. Brandon Field said, I don't think Devin seemed Tank should fight. How we're going to go back in the days where only blacks fight each other while the whites watch. I don't think Devin's. You got to rewrite that, Brandon Fielder, because I can't quite make out what you mean. Loma needs to be taken off the pound for pound list. They can keep it on. That's mythical anyway. Who cares? The pound for pound list is only there so people can mention names. It's irrelevant anyway. Like this guy got on my channel saying the relevant pound for pound lists have relevant. That shit's an oxymoron. That's an oxymoron. That's an oxymoron. Relevant pound for pound lists. How the fuck is that relevant? It has nothing to do with who's going to fight. It has nothing to do with who the champion is. Who cares if Estrada, if Dougie Fisher, no disrespect to Dougie Fisher, but if Dougie Fisher, who votes, I'm sure he has a vote on that in ring, if he thinks Eric Estrada is pound for pound better than Errol Spence Jr., the two are never going to fight. How in the hell is hypotheticals ever relevant? They're a hypothetical. Why is it relevant to something that's actually taking place on planet Earth? Forbedia says, why Haney ain't out there complaining if he ain't calling it a duck or keeping his foot on their neck? Why should we care? Happy with his email belt. I don't know if he's happy or not. I guess he could say it's better than nothing. Better than nothing. He ain't gonna fight me. You gave me something that's better than nothing. I don't care. But here, no disrespect to Devin Haney, but I don't care what Devin Haney has to say about that. Devin Haney is the boxer. I want to see Devin Haney fight. Same way that I would say I don't care if Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney. So what? Lomachenko said he didn't want to. He ain't mad about not fighting Devin Haney. I don't care about that. I know Lomachenko ain't upset about not having to fight Devin Haney. So, or at least I believe that. So on the other side of it, why would I care if Devin Haney's happy they got a belt? Shoot, Devin Haney might think, hey, well, that puts me in the position of being able to fight Lomachenko because I have a championship belt. I don't know what his logic is. Mr. Already, get them lights up. No Canelo, no Lomo, no color. Yes, sir. Hey, man, we got 373 people in the building. Let's get the lights up over them 2 hundos. Yeah, but I'm not sure, man. I just will wait. As far as that, first of all, I didn't see Blue Blood's video, so I don't know what he actually said. And I know a lot of people would just read titles. And from what my understanding is that yesterday they announced that just yesterday they announced that Danny Garcia is Errol's mandatory. And the only thing that I see mentioning this, which came out yesterday, was a quote from Freddie Roach saying that they think Danny Garcia looks like a good fight. He'll be back, I believe, in February. They're talking about that, but I'm not sure how close they are at getting it. Danny Garcia looks like a good fight. So just yesterday, Freddie Roach said that he doesn't know. But, could be whatever. Focus on Lomachenko ducking. Don't attack Haney for not complaining. What the F type of shit is that? it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Come on, man. Devin can't beat Loma. Why? He's got 2 hands. He's got 2 feet. He knows how to box. Orlando Salido beat him. Why can't Devin beat him? Dog, relax on your face. See, that's that fan worship. You're listening to ESPN too much. Okay? You're listening to ESPN. You listen to Bob Arum too much. Anybody can get dealt with. Anybody can get dealt with. And Lomachenko has already been dealt with. Okay? We knew from Lomachenko's second fight that it ain't impossible to beat him. And he lost to a far inferior fighter than Devin Haney. And I think Devin Haney's a better fighter, and a more dangerous fighter for him. Hey man, Grand Combatant, you got one more of them? One more of 15 emojis and a fucking hollow statement. Okay? Now, Golden Combatant, the way this chat works is I hold conversations with people in the comment section. But if you act a fool or you're not bringing any value, I will prevent you from distracting me any further. If there's a reason why you believe Lomachenko can beat him, put it in the comment section and leave the fucking emojis out of it. Okay? The Mighty Quinn said, let's start calling the franchise belt the red high heel pumps belt. Pretty much. Ray said, thanks. Yeah, bye. Yep. No worry. There you go. But no, he doesn't want to see that fight. He just wants to proclaim Lomachenko the greatest of all time. Anybody hear about Jamal Charlo Benavidez? Nah, I don't think that shit's gonna happen, man. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't see why that would happen. That seems like I don't like that fight at all. I want Caleb Plant and Benavidez is what I want to see. I can't Magnum Opus. I can't congratulate Devin for that. He didn't do it. He didn't do anything to get it. It's like he didn't do anything that he'd already done. I'm not gonna say he didn't do anything, but he didn't do anything. There's nothing he did yesterday that he had not done a week ago. So why is he a champion now and he wasn't a champion then? That's not a good way to win a belt, man. That's not a good way to get a belt, man. It's not. It's what you call anticlimactic. It's not, I can't say congrats. Like, I'm more like I don't feel to say I feel sorry for him, but I kind of do. Like it's like you had $1 million ticket, somebody stole it from you and gave you 100,000. You know what I mean? Like, you got $100,000, but they owed you $1 million. You had a chance to get $1 million. Hey, thanks, Tunio Senior. That's right, Fanon. Gate all of that BS. Yeah, it's just That's not the way you want to win a belt, man. And I like Jamal Charlo's reaction. Jamal Charlo had damn near none to that. Like, dang near none. It should be, I think, that if Devin Haney can feel, Devin Haney's a grown man, Bill Haney's a grown man, they can feel about it how they feel about it. And it's better than not. It's better than them naming somebody else that. That's for sure. You know, I'll take it over. He'll take it over a bat to the back of the head any day. But it's not. It's not on the level of what it would have been if he beat Lomachenko. You know, like, what would you rather be? I mean, Andy Ruiz. What if they did that to Andy Ruiz? Like, Andy Ruiz just got instead of being able to fight and beat Anthony Joshua was elevated to the IBF franchise champion, and they just gave the belt to Andy Ruiz. That would be the difference. You know what? Better yet, it would be the difference. It would be the difference between Alexander Usyk winning a vacant belt and what Andy Ruiz got for beating Anthony Joshua. Because when you beat the champion, something comes with having people see you do it. Fanon, your persistent explanation of lineal champion opened my eyes to Tyson and his no achievement. Thank you. Hey, no worry, man, Clifton Goodwin, because that is zero achievement. None. Tyson Fury has done one thing in his career of note. He beat Vladimir Klitschko. That's it. Everything else in his career is built off of that. Callie Nigma says, salute Fanon. Usyk is ranked number 4 in the new WBC ratings, and Lomachenko is a disgrace. By the way, Wilder haters are back as Usyk fans. Nah, they're not really any Usyk fans, man. They're waiting around they're sitting around hoping that Wilder loses to Ortiz and waiting for Anthony Joshua. They're waiting for the Anthony Joshua fight. I did a video yesterday about that. They've been in hiding. You ain't even heard from them. So, they got to keep their accounts active. They got to keep their account active, and the only thing they really have access to is hating on Wilder. So they still get to hate on Wilder because Wilder's still around, but they can't jock Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua has no belts and is out here looking like a biatch in the street, right? So they can only do half of what they really love to do. They love hating on Wilder, so they'll say some things like, Usyk is the real champ. Usyk is the real champ. They're going to wait for watches. Luis Ortiz is going to land a jab on Deontay Wilder, and he's going to drop to number 6 on the ring. And he's going to drop to number 6 on Ring's heavyweight ranking. Watch. Luis Ortiz, if Luis Ortiz lands a jab, you're going to see everybody, all these guys that do the votes for Ring Magazine's heavyweight champion, like, oh, he landed a jab. That he was in serious trouble against, so we're going to drop him down below Usyk. Usyk is now the number 2 heavyweight. Belts be damned. I'm surprised. Oh, let me see. Fanon, stay on Crawford to fight a legitimate welterweight. Don't give him a pass. I mean, I got one coming up today about that. I got one coming up about that today. I mentioned it as an opportunity. There's a legitimate opportunity. For what's his face right now? For Terrence Crawford. There is a legitimate opportunity for him. A legitimate opportunity for him to become, hold on one second, for him to become the number 2 welterweight in boxing, and that is by fighting Sean Porter. With Danny Garcia booked up, Errol Spence Jr. is injured, so I don't know when he's going to be back to fight. And if he takes too long to get back, he's going to be allowed a tune-up and then a mandatory, which might put a fight with Terrence Crawford back a while. Hold on one second. What the hell? Oh, no. Here you go. Hold on one second. Oh, my God, I just did something so stupid. Oh no, tell me I can save it. Tell me I can save it. See, this is what you get. This is what you get for being doing more than one thing at a time, dude. I just deleted something that I needed very badly. So I guess I'll just wait a second and do that. But yeah, man, that's a really great opportunity for Terrence Crawford to fight one of these guys, because if he doesn't fight Sean Porter, then people are going to continue to say that he's not fought anybody at the welterweight division. But Sean Porter really doesn't have anybody to fight now because everybody else all the other guys are tied up. Keith Thurman is tied up with that dime piece he got out there in Nepal. You know, I don't even know if Keith Thurman going to come back and fight, man. But he can't. So Keith Thurman's not there. Hold on one second. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, got it. Sorry about that. Had to get that done. I miss it. Man, what's going on, Mr. Already? Say already. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It took me a second. Yeah. The dude needs to do that, man. He needs to fight that guy. And I'm gonna keep on Terrence Crawford about it. Big shame is what happened to Clarissa Shields' chance at superstardom. That shit took a major dent with the signing of Cecilia Brækhus. But then again, Clarissa Shields has fought on the zone before, so hopefully that won't get in the way. Roger Connor, what's good, man? I'm chilling, having a good time talking boxing. What would boxing be without all this drama? Besides a bunch of very, very good fights that could be happening on a weekly basis. You know what I mean? Hey, don't forget that like button, man. Let's get it over 300. We got 300 and we got 365 people in the building, man. Come on, let's get these likes up to 300. DB said, oh, that's not for me. Drink more water. God dang ridiculous how all this other side of the street talk wasn't exist for anyone other than Errol. Everybody else at the PBC, those fighters can be made with no effort, huh? First of all, dog, stop trying to bring Errol Spence's name into your bullshit. Drink more water. Terrence Crawford is the one that said there's no other side of the street. So go tell Terrence Crawford to walk his ass across the street and go get Sean Porter. I never said there wasn't no other side of the street. Terrence Crawford said there ain't no side of the street. So since Terrence Crawford said there ain't no side of the street, other side of the street, stuttering troll? What's a stuttering troll? Me? I'm the stuttering troll? Hey, your mom is a gagging slut. Okay, how about that? Better a stuttering troll than a gagging slut like your mama. Shit, stuttering, gagging. Fuck up out of here, dog. Stutter again. Your mama. Your mama sucks the dick. How about the dat? Your mama sucks dick. Well, the bitch. How about that? Did I stutter that? Did you make that? Did you make out what I said when I stuttered? About your mama. I sound better. You like when I talk about your mama? I know. She like it too. She like when I stutter too. But back off. That's too deep. Get the fuck out of my face, dude. Get the fuck out of my face. For now, you said mama sound like Dracula, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, dog. All I'm telling you is, dog, I can fuck out of here what you talking about, man. Nobody care about you. Get the fuck out of here. Attention. Stop seeking attention, man. Stutter and troll. That's a stutter, okay? I don't stutter. What I do is I think. And when I think, sometimes I will stop mid-sentence and change what I said and clarify. Now, if you think you will pause. But when you just let dumb shit flow out of your mouth like you don't care, it can be extremely fluent. The fuck out of here, dog. When is the last time your raggedy ass has sat on a chat for an hour and a half and talked nonstop about a variety of subjects that are brought up by people that you don't know? Okay? I doubt very much that you're able to do it. Okay? Just to let you know why I don't care when you guys say these things. Now, if I was sitting down and writing and typing and I had a chance to say, oh, let me back up and rewrite that, then it would come out crystal clear. But you bitch, when you have to actually talk to people nonstop, right off the top of your head for a considerable amount of time, you will, on occasion, stop, rephrase something, think, talk while you're thinking. You ever done any of that? I dare you. I dare you, Monday morning quarterback. Get your ass out there and do that shit. You're not perfect. Fanon, you're not perfect. You're not perfect, Fanon. You non-perfect. Yeah, you got me. You got me. I'm not perfect. Okay? I make mistakes. There's some things that I'm not good at. All of those type of things, man. But you, my friend, sit behind your keyboard and would never do this. And if you did it, you would not have over 1,000 people stop by and talk to you every day. You wouldn't have it because you're a jackass who does not know how to walk into a room full of people or a chat room full of people, a cyber room, and have a polite conversation. You got to come and try to get your attention by being a jackass. So not only would nobody ever come listen to you, I doubt very much that you could actually do it. Stupid. Dumbass. Come on, man. You ever notice that, man? How people, you could be having a good time shining, you know, people playing, like sitting there watching somebody play basketball, like or better yet, like Deontay Wilder. That's the type of punk he is. Deontay Wilder got 40 knockouts, and you got that was probably what's that dumbass's name? Tony Bellew or somebody, some Tony Bellew ass dude coming up talking about it'd be a shame. Look how he throws his punches. They're all it's too wide. Look at his foot. Look at his stance. That's not technically perfect. But yet you do not have 40 knockouts. Yet you do not have 40 knockouts. Yet you would not get your ass in the room with that guy to save your damn life. Okay? You would run out of the room like a little biatch as soon as he comes in there and looks you in the face. But you got something to say about him. How you got somebody, you know who should be saying something about Deontay Wilder? Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis can say something. Evander Holyfield can say something. Mike Tyson can say something. And that's about it. That's about it. Okay? Your raggedy ass needs to shut up. Your raggedy ass needs to shut up. Like, what would I sound talking about Lomachenko? Like, I don't like the way Lomachenko changes angles. I don't think, look how he changes angles. Look how he doesn't sit down on his punches. Come on, man. Achieve something for yourself, man. Hell yeah, it's this raggedy ass. It's what he is. That's what he is. He's a rag. That dude is raggedy. What's going on, Tony Dore? They try to hate on you for shining. You look like you're too happy. See, that's another thing about y'all. Now, you don't like to put that shit on race. You know me. Unless I know it's about race, unless I know it, I'm not going to say it. I could be 98% sure, but if there's a 2% chance, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to tilt my head up to the side, squinch this eyeball, and look at you like, I'm waiting on the 2%. But, so one of the areas that I will say for sure, though, that I'm 100% on, y'all do not like seeing black people happy. I swear, there ain't nothing that makes you raggedy dudes like this more upset than when black people are happy. If you standing around laughing and having a good time, they waiting to find a reason to call the police. Like, what's this? What's he doing happy? Why these dudes got smiley faces? Why they got super chats going? Why not me? Why not me? Why am I not happy? Why is he happy? Why are they happy? These dudes will try to find a way, look so hard to try to find a way to stop you from being happy because you should not be happy. I promise you. If there is a group of black folk in the middle of a park minding their fucking business, somebody's ass is calling the police. What are they doing? What are they doing? Oh, they barbecuing. They barbecuing. Where's your permit? Where's your permit? Show me my permit. Man, and then as soon as you say, man, get up out of here, man, talking about asking for a fucking permit. This is 4th of July, man. Get the fuck out of my face. There's people here and they're threatening me. They're having a lot of fun. They're loud and they're raucous, and we don't like that. That's this dude coming here talking about you're stuttering. You stuttering. Dog, get out of here. That's why, dog, seriously, man. That's why you guys don't even want good fights. You don't even want the Devin Haney to fight. That's what makes you happy. Devin Haney ain't going to get an opportunity to beat Lomachenko. You'd be like, that's going to make them too happy. Nope. He don't even deserve a shot. Who he fought? He doesn't get to fight him. Who did he fight? Same mentality, dog. Same mentality. You don't even want to see the guy have a chance to win the belt. You'd rather the shit just go away. That's why there is bitches like you are the reason that there is a MMA. Because you guys because guys like you hate it so much that you'd rather go watch a sport that you don't even have care about other than watching boxing and seeing your people watching these guys win. That's what HBO started trying to feed off of. They would rather have their damn business go into the toilet. They would rather have their business go into the toilet than prop up, than give a guy like Deontay Wilder or give Floyd Mayweather Jr. his credit. They would rather tank their whole channel than give Floyd Mayweather Jr. You remember that? How pissed off Jim Lampley used to be every time Floyd Mayweather Jr. would win a fight. He couldn't help himself. He just jump up there and talk about, just start shitting on Floyd. Well, it was boring. It wasn't quite as exciting. It wasn't quite exciting as, we would have liked. When are you going to fight Pacquiao? Because, everybody really says Pacquiao is the number one. It's not this guy you just fought. Or Jim Brain jumping up in Deontay Wilder's face. Well, now that this shit's over, now that you gave us this fight, nobody wanted to see this fight. Well, hold on. Nobody wanted to see this. You mean nobody wanted to see a one-punch knockout in the first round? Damn near the most exciting thing you could get in boxing? What does Jim Gray say? Oh, nobody really wanted to watch this. We want to know when you're going to fight the other guy. When are we going to get that fight? Because nobody wants to see this. Where's Deontay Wilder fighting now? Fox. Jim Gray. Over there on Fox. Maybe somebody in Fox wants them to see him knock somebody's head off their shoulders. How Runs Bike said, I just left my main woman for my side chick, but she cool with it because I gave her a franchise belt. She can have me anytime she wants now. Hell yeah. Damn, you should try that. Yeah, that's what you give your wife, the franchise belt. But just so you know, okay, I don't put everything on race till I know. But you guys dislike, and you guys being satisfied with shit like this is related to it. Because you don't want to see Lomachenko lose. You won't even admit he already lost. You guys are so, it's so important to y'all that you guys will make up lineal championship. You'll make shit up. People have been there's been lineal arguments forever. Ain't nobody ever heard nobody talking about somebody being lineal. Nobody pubbing anybody up on being lineal until you need it. So you can find some way. Well, you can't have Wilder be the best. We can't have Wilder be the best. We got, Tyson Fury got a draw with him. So we'll move Tyson Fury up. Hold on. Why would Tyson Fury be moved to number one heavyweight for a fight he didn't win? Well, we like how he looked. He schooled him. You see how he stuck his tongue out? You see how he lifted his hand and shook his love handles? You see how he did that? We like that better. But he got knocked down twice and he didn't win the belt. It doesn't matter. But he's never fought anybody. He didn't fight anybody else. Oh, but Vladimir Klitschko beat Ruslan Shagayev. So Tyson Fury's the champ. Dude, that's the fucking logic. Vladimir Klitschko beat Ruslan Shagayev. So Tyson Fury's the champ. He's the real champ. What the fuck does Vladimir Klitschko beating Ruslan Shagayev got anything to do with Deontay Wilder being the champ? Because it works. It works for us. Because it would just be a disaster. You know, it would just be he's too technically impure. He's too impure to be the champion. Come on, man. You say you gotta tell him how you root. That's how I feel. But Lynn brought it up. Did I stutter? Did I stutter? People like that, man, come on, man. Just get away, man. I've seen that clown on the channel before. He got thrown out. That's why he can't say anything anymore. I think I might have unblocked him. I regret it now because it turned into a distraction. Lamo needs to go back to the Lucky Charms box. Pretty much, Fanon, they were talking about which one was the lineal during the Wojcik better be a fight just to try to give legitimacy to the lineal. Damn it, if they're talking about Wojcik being the lineal champ because he beat Adonis Stevenson, who did Adonis Stevenson beat? Whatever, dude, whatever. It's mighty convenient argument when it's time to be a convenient argument, okay? If their guy wasn't the lineal champion, you never hear anything about the lineal champion. If he wasn't the lineal champion, you wouldn't hear anything about a lineal champion. How about that? How about that? Do you hear anybody mentioning who the lineal welterweight champion is? Anybody mentioning who the lineal welterweight champion is? Do you know who the lineal heavyweight and welterweight champion is, by the way, according to these boxer guys? Or these guys? Guess who it is? Guess who it is? But guess who it is? I almost want to tell you. I almost don't want to tell you. No, the lineal welterweight champion. Oh, that's who they say it is, Manny Pacquiao. But watch, no, it was Manny Pacquiao. Even though, let me go to Cyberzone. These are the people that they go. Before I get off, I'm gonna go to Cyberzone. I believe that they never even changed it, but we'll see. We'll see. Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is the lineal champion. Even though Manny Pacquiao, now watch this. Tyson Fury retired. He retired for as long as Manny Pacquiao retired, right? But there is no lineal champion because Manny Pacquiao retired. But Tyson Fury is the lineal champion even though he retired. How did that work? Let me look at Manny Pacquiao's. See, there's all kind of ways you can put holes in bullshit. Manny Pacquiao, 2006. Let's see how long Manny Pacquiao took off. Manny Pacquiao, they said Manny Pacquiao retired in 2016, and that's why he's not the lineal champion. Now watch this. He fought in the fifth, what is the fifth month? Is that May? May of 2015, April of 2016, November of 2016, July of 2017, July of 2018, and 2 times this year. There was never ever a 2-year gap in between Manny Pacquiao's fights, but he retired, and that's why he's not the lineal champion. But Tyson Fury. Oh, actually, they don't even have Tyson Fury as the lineal champion here. Wow. Hold on. What? Cyberzone Boxing doesn't even have him as the lineal champion. What? Cyberzone Boxing, who is the most legitimate listing of the lineal champion, does not have Tyson Fury as the lineal champion because he retired. God dog, man. What? Cyberzone Boxing, you heard? Cyberzone, you heard? They don't have that dude as the lineal champion. They don't have him as the lineal champion. But ESPN does. Get out of here, dog. Cyberzone Boxing is supposed to be the most credible source for the lineal champion, and they don't have Tyson Fury as the lineal champion. Who do they have here as the lineal champion for the? Let's go back to this. Let's go back to the light heavyweights. Hold on, man. Light heavyweight champions. They have Arthur Beterbiev. See, they updated it with Beterbiev. Hold on. Oh, because Chad Dawson had lost, but he didn't. Andre Ward would be the lineal champion. Oh my God. See, Beterbiev shouldn't be the lineal champion. He shouldn't be it. Because Chad Dawson, but see what happens is Chad Dawson had lost previously. It already lost. But they did, oh wow. See, there's another loophole in this. They have Beterbiev as being the lineal champion because Chad Dawson lost it to Adonis Stevenson. But here's the problem. If it's the man that beat the man, the lineal light heavyweight champion should be Andre Ward. Because Andre Ward beat Chad Dawson before Adonis Stevenson beat Chad Dawson. So the belt that should have been that the lineal championship from Chad Dawson should have passed to Andre Ward. But Andre, that fight was fought below the 175-pound division. That should go to Andre Ward because Andre Ward beat Chad Dawson. And he beat Chad Dawson first. It doesn't matter. 168 tunnel vision. 168 is within the 175-pound division. There's no rule in boxing saying that a 175-pound fight that you have to weigh over 168. Is there? You can have two guys that weigh 167 pounds fight for the light heavyweight championship, especially because 168 is an in-between division. So guys historically should be fighting that are 168 should be 175-pound guys. The only belts that were online were the commission belts. They were the commissions. That was the sanctioning body, but the sanctioning body's not supposed to have anything to do with it. It should be the man that beat the man. Stanley Ketchel wasn't at heavyweight weight when he fought Jack Johnson. I think as long as it's not above that division, you should be fine. No, dog. I think it should be Andre Ward. And Andre Ward never lost. That's where I would go with it. I don't think Beterbiev even those guys should be considered a lineal champ. But, it is what it is. What we were talking about was whether or not they recognize Tyson Fury as the lineal champ. And Cyberzone has him as retired, not as the lineal champ. They had Manny Pacquiao as retiring. So Terrence Crawford, so there's no lineal champ at welterweight. Anyway, no, Island Star TV, you do not have to be 169 to fight at light heavyweight. You do not. You do not have to. You cannot be over 175 There's no rule saying that you have to be above 169. There's no rule that says that. It's a weight limit. It's not a weight minimum. Please show me where in boxing rules they have a minimum that you must weigh 168 to fight a 175-pound fight. That's not true. It's absolutely, positively not true. Boxing doesn't work like that. There's weight limits. There's not weight minimums. Anybody, dude, 160, there's no, it is not. There's 169 to 175 is not the light heavyweight division. First of all, even if there was a gap, it would be 168.1 to 75. So right there, I know you're pulling that out of your ass. Okay? It'd be 168.1. Okay? I'm sorry for saying out of your ass. But there is no limit. There's no minimum. There's only maximums. There's nothing preventing that. But Chad Dawson just didn't put his WBC belt on the line. But there was nothing preventing him from doing so. People fought, matter of fact, Archie Moore, I don't think how much did Henry Armstrong weigh when he fought for the middleweight title? I think he fought for like the welter. I think he weighed 133 pounds when he won the 147-pound title. Yeah, and that's just, you never had to do that, man. Loma not ducking Haney. What? Dude, you get blocked for a ridiculously long acronym. The fuck you talking about, dude? What the fuck you doing, man? Loma not ducking. XYZ PDQ L2 ZT1. Dog, get the fuck out of here, man. Say what you're gonna say. If you're gonna insult me quickly. Okay? Get it quick. Get it quick. Said he lost the debate, so he's hanging on that. Look, man, there just is no minimum, dog. There's no weight minimums. Okay? There is none. But look, I'm gonna get out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. We had a healthy chat today. Appreciate everybody coming through. Yeah, everyone's got them. Yeah, there's no weight minimums, just weight maximums. And technically speaking, Chad Dawson was the 175-pound lineal champion, and he lost the fight. I don't know why you can lose a fight and keep your lineal championship, because a man beat the man. Andre Ward was the man that beat the man. Chad Dawson was the man. Andre Ward beat him. So why isn't Andre Ward the man that beat the man? No, we poked another hole in the myth. Another hole poked in the lineal lies of ESPN. Okay? Another hole poked. According to Wiki what? We don't deal with Wikipedias around this joint, dog. Okay? We don't have to do that, man. We're real boxing fans, okay? We're real boxing fans. We don't need Max Kellerman to tell me who beat who. Okay? We don't need it. I watched the fight. It was a check. It was a nasty little check hook right on the chin. Nasty little right on the chin. Dawson tipped up right. Dawson went to the ground. Andre Ward beat him. He went down in weight to fight Andre Ward. Andre Ward said, "Okay, I'll whoop your ass. You come down in weight," and he whooped him. That was one of the more hardcore things that you don't know shit about boxing means you don't know shit about boxing. I know plenty about boxing. And what does my opinion about whether Lomachenko ducked Haney have to do with? Obviously, I know something about boxing because I know who Devin Haney is, and I know who Lomachenko is. Got to know something about boxing. You know what I'm saying? Weight minimums in the amateurs. If that's the case, okay. There ain't no weight minimum in the pros though, and this ain't an amateur boxing channel. Anyway, it is what it is. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. Go check out my man KQKC Boxing. He's probably on it. Said funny how races come hang around. Yeah, because they don't like each other. Generally speaking, they're unlikable people. And so they come to where they can bother somebody. They can't bother themselves. There's no joy in that. You know what I mean? They can't all just sit around and hate I hate Fanon. I hate 78. I hate. Yeah, we know. Same thing. We hate. Let's go over there and tell them we hate them. That's how they roll. How are you a real boxing fan, but you don't even know what that means? I'm not 10. I'm not 10. You think what the fuck class do they teach what YDKSAB means? What kind of stupidity is that, Michael O'Brien? I'm not a boxing fan unless I know some random ass acronym. How many letters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the fuck reason would I have to know? On what occasion would I need to know what YDKSAB means? How about this? STFUYMAWWPS. Okay? You would have to be a mind reader to know what that means, dog. Shit. Oh, y'all are hilarious, man. Anyway, another video demonetized thanks to you trolls. Lord have mercy. Anyway, it is what it is. With that, man, we out. Peace.